YouTubians. I am back. New hair colour. Again. So, things that have been going on. Not much. My cat's trying to lick herself bald, which is fun. Would you like to show them your nakedness? Naked kitty. Oh. So yes, she's stressed. We took her to the vets and they said she's stressed, and so we have this little thing that goes, that's like a aerosol that makes cats less stressed. But apparently it is helping. She's stopping licking herself clean. Well, so clean she's bald, which is nice. She's got the nicest fur, so it's like, don't do it. So yeah, what else has been happening? Oh, I don't think I've announced this. Yes, my sister, my older sister, has got engaged. It's kind of awesome. It's really awesome. She's been with her partner for 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years, and they got engaged, and yeah, it's really sweet. She made me maid of honour, which was really nice, and yeah. You know what the funny thing is, Mum? Is that I know that you're listening. I know, but it's just, I feel so embarrassed doing this with somebody in the house. It's like the most ridiculous thing ever. I know, that's the point. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I get so self-conscious. The fact is that I know I'm going to put this on the internet, and it's possible that, you know, one of my videos, the most ridiculous video, which is Hold Your Breath, has 1,000 views on it. It's probably one of the most boring videos that I ever did, and it was part of my everyday challenge of May. And I held my breath, and I really failed at it, and I talked about the fact that I was going away and things like that. And you know, 1,000 people have clicked on that video, yet I'm sat here, and I cannot record a video in front of my mother. How ridiculous is that? I will happily have 1,000 people I do not know like watch my video, but my mother in the other room completely throws me off.
But I'm one of the thousands to watch the video.
She is one of the thousands to watch the video. The truth is, she just keeps clicking on them. That's all my views. It's my mum. So yes. So I got an iPhone. I know many people are like, oh, but it's a 3G. It's a really old one, and I got it for free because my stepmom got an upgrade through a contract, and she has this one left over. So I got it, and it's now mine. So I'm all woot. Which is why I've been doing little videos on that, which is nice. Kitty cat. What else? So yes, trying to get over the fact that my mum can hear me and I'm being ridiculously silly with the fact that I don't like people being in the house when I record videos, which is part of the reason why I haven't been recording videos. Which I need to get over. I didn't have a problem with it before. It just seems to be something that's occurred later on, which is ridiculous. So yes, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was books. So one of the things that I love is books. I love books with a passion. Last year I did a try to read 50 books in a year thing, and I failed. This year I was kind of like, oh, well, I should probably do it again, but I haven't, so I've read 10 books this year, which is a real low for me. But I did read, the last 2 books I read was The Invisible Man by h.g. Wells and The War of the Worlds, which came in a double book, so it was like 2 stories in 1 book, which was great, and I really loved it. I like reading classics. But we go to charity shop, and charity shops always have really cheap books there, so you can always just go and pick up, you know, tons of books for like a really stupidly small amount, which is always really nice. But I finished War of the Worlds, which I liked, although I kind of feel that h.g. Wells' style of writing bothers me in only one way, and that's he'll have a chapter where you're just completely bored about him talking about something really silly, like the red weed plant that grows. I know it's supposed to be important, but there's nothing really kind of exciting about the red weed, and so you're kind of a bit like, this is droning on, this is a really long chapter about this plant that's growing. And then he'll have several really exciting chapters where, you know, shit be going down, and then another boring chapter. And so I kind of got to a point where I'd read one chapter and I'd be like, ugh. And then I'd read another chapter and I'd be like, must read more. And then read another chapter and be like, ugh, put down. And so yeah. But I really did enjoy them. And now I am reading my birthday present, which was Kathy Reich's Virals. Oh, if you've been a follower of me for a while, you know that Kathy Reichs is like my favourite author. I own pretty much all her books apart from 2. Yeah. And this is her latest one, and it's not her Temperance Brennan thingy. She's like departed from that, and this is her new story. And I think it's based at more teenage readers because it's a lot less gruesome. So if you're somebody who can't stomach gruesome, then this is a good, exciting thriller. So far I'm like chapter 23, which is a pretty thick book, as you can see, and this is what they've read, this is what they haven't. So, yeah, no, I've said to Mum that she should read this after, because I got her to read my favourite book of hers, which was her first one, which is Death de Jour. No, Death Deja Vu? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Anyway, the first one that she wrote. And she read it and was like, it's gooey and icky and dead bodies and ugh. And I was just like, Mum, you're a wimp. But this one so far, nothing of goo, and I'm on chapter 23. It could take a turn for the worst, because it's quite a thick book, but we don't know that yet. And so far I'm like, good book. And I've been reading this for 2 nights, and I'm already on chapter 23. Basically, this will be something that doesn't take me very long to finish because I love Kathy Reichs. I got some other books. I got a load of classics, some Shakespeare? No, we have Shakespeare up the yin yang in the house. I got Sherlock Holmes. I got a Richard Branson book, because I was just like, cool, because it's like a business and like book, so it kind of gives you like how he got to where he was. So I don't know, I thought it was worth reading. I think it's worth reading. Oh, and I got The Masked Man. And I got it because I remember when I was younger, I don't think it was that long ago actually, I remember watching this film with Mum, and it was about this king who locks up his brother, his twin brother, with a metal mask over his face that's locked permanently on his face. And he does... Pardon? Yeah, The Man in the Iron Mask. The book's called The Masked Man. Anyway, so, he, see, you are listening!
Sorry, I just tuned in there for a second.
You proved... She's listening. I knew it. I knew it. My paranoia is not just me. Shut up. Mean. She's calling me paranoid and giggling now. She's such a big meanie. So yes, anyway, so the film was a really good film, and I really enjoyed it, and it was one of those films that Mum was like, ooh, it's that film, and I was like, okay, let's watch it then. And I'm always a bit with intimidation, because old films, I don't know why though, because I love old films. It's really a bit bizarre. Anyway, so we watched it together and I really enjoyed it. And it has a happy ending and all that, which is always a plus. So when I saw it in the the charity shop, I was like, must have, must read, because I really like the film, so I'm always the kind of thingy. And recently, Hank Green has this website called Read It First, which is where you're supposed to read the book before you see the film. And I kind of signed the petition, the kind of thing that says that you would do that, and I kind of haven't really kept my word on that so far, because you know, I saw War of the Worlds when it came out, and I've only just read the book. But I have read The Invisible Man, which hasn't been made into a film yet, or if it has, I haven't seen any film with The Invisible Man. Sorry. But I am trying to do it, and at least I can say I've read all Kathy Rice ones, if they ever make it into a film. And the fact that I watch Bones, and so I've read, like, most of the books, and watch Bones, so... But no, I really kind of think that the book industry needs a bit more help, because eventually we'll get to a point where we're just watching movies and not reading, and there's so much of a love in reading. I'm a firm believer that films can be watched over and over again with enjoyment, but books are something that you read, and because it takes you, like, however long, if it takes you a week or a month to read a book, there's something so much more... You become so much more a part of the story than in a film, because of the fact that it takes you so long to read it, and then you can't just fill it in 2 hours, you know, and taking the time to chew over the characters and your love for them and the world and the story and all this kind of stuff means that you're left after reading the book with something that is imprinted on you forever. And whether you hate the book or love the book, it's always the same. You still are imprinted with something of it. Unfortunately so, because if you really hate the book, then you kind of wish it wouldn't. But, yeah, so I'm reading Virals, and I will do a review of this. I will talk about it. I will talk about this book when I finish reading it. And I will probably do spoilers, because I'm one of those people who love talking about books after I've read them. And the worst thing is that my sister doesn't like me telling her about books, because she's like, I might read that! Even if I know she's never going to. So I end up with this kind of, I want to tell you the secrets of this book. And she's like, no, you cannot! And sadness. Even though she told me about, she told me that Sirius died before I read the books, and she told me that Dumbledore died and that Snape killed him. Yeah, she's a mean person. Admittedly, not worse than what my sister did, which was Joanne told Laura that Harry lived before she read the last book, which was the biggest catastrophe. Like, the biggest catastrophe. Any Harry Potter fans out there should know that it's like, it would just be like horrid. I'll do what I do. I love you, YouTubians. Thank you for subscribing. Please tell your friends, share, like, favourite, blah blah blah. I love you. Goodbye, YouTubians. Hello, YouTubians. My cat is chewing my camera. Stop it. Cameras are not for chewing.